parking lot.
Oh, okay. Nobody out there. Calling in for the Zoom number?
Okay, at this time, I'm gonna call the regular scheduled meeting of the Board of Aldermen
Yeah,
to order.
okay, I'm gonna put it on speaker.
Please rise and join me in the pledge.
All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, at this time, we'll go into the public portion. Anyone wishing to address the board may do so. Just state your name and address for the record. Mr. Bloom, I see you're anxious. I hope it's something good this month.
Yes, good afternoon. I think after the pledge of allegiance, the roll call for this next, which has not taken place yet. Necessary.
There's no necessity to do a roll call.
Okay,
Everyone is documented here.
okay, so this is on the record, I assume.
You are on the record.
Thank you. Okay. I see on the agenda here, on the second page, financial business 8.3, funding for restripping or restriping of Plum Library Memorial and Shelter Senior Citizen Center. Okay, as you may recall, I brought to your attention of the need for the land outside the entrance to the Plum Library to be replaced / repaired. And as of yesterday, they were not. So I'm wondering why you're spending money, while the town is spending money on restripping the Memorial Library and the Senior Citizen Center. It seems to be interested in, but I'm going to bring it up. We have good news and bad news. The good news is Tempe, Arizona, on March 23rd this year, passed an anti-fraudulent ordinance. Find that online. Alabama Health Department did something similar, calling it the zero tolerance for fraudsters. That was submitted in January this year.
Just come hang on.
And you may recall that I did submit an executive order from the mayor of Schenectady, New York, to combat the fraudsters. And I'm hoping that you, Mayor, already would do likewise, but you have not. Over the weekend, a fraudster was put on his YouTube channel in New Haven on the street, yelling at and harassing police officers. Nothing came of it. And as I've mentioned in the past, they are growing in numbers. In fact, one of the most notorious of them all, Sean Paul Reyes, aka Long Island Audit, is now tutoring. Yes, tutoring up and coming fraudsters to do the same thing. This is the danger, not only to the quality of life here in town, but the risk of litigation. They, as I mentioned, stick a camera in your face, provoke a reaction, harass and provoke you, and then want to supervise. They want the police to come with a supervisor, tie up business. If they don't get their way, they file complaints, and they ask their followers to call what? The police station or town hall or the library, wherever they were, to disrupt business. These are criminals conducting criminal activities. And you all, especially you, Mayor, are doing nothing about it. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the board? Hearing none, we'll move on to the regularly scheduled agenda. Item number 1 would be the minutes for approval for the Board of Aldermen meeting on April 13, 2023.
Move to waive the reading and accept the Board of Aldermen regular meeting minutes of April 13, 2023.
Second.
Motion is made second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3, the Finance Committee, Public Health and Safety, and Street Committee. There are no items. I have nothing to report.
No report.
And item number 6 is legislative hold. There are no items from public hearing. There are no items for item number 7. And that takes us to financial business new. So item number 8.1 is the May statutory refunds.
Move that the recorded tax collector relative to the refund of taxes for a total amount of $4,558.49 be approved, and the finance director be directed to make payments in accordance with the certified list received from tax collector with funds to come from the statutory refund account. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 8.2 is the adoption of the tax collector suspense list.
Move that the tax collector suspense list in the amount of $39,354.30 be adopted and transferred from the grand list to suspense for state statute 12-165. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.3 is the funding for the restriping of the Plum Memorial Library and the Shelton Senior Center.
Move to appropriate an amount of $4,110 for the restriping of the parking lots at Plum Memorial Library and Shelton Senior Center with funding to come from contingency general account.
Second.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Discussion. Just for the benefit of anybody listening, these are projects that are normally outside the regular budgeted area. And so that's why it's being funded separately and not from the budget per se. And I believe the police department has exhausted that it has in slide item this year. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.4 is the adoption of the affordable housing plan in the city of Shelton.
Move to approve the following resolution. Whereas, City of Shelton Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed and recommended for approval to the Board of Aldermen, City of Shelton Affordable Housing Plan, prepared by the city's Planning and Zoning Department, dated March 20, 2023. And whereas, Connecticut General Statute Section 8-30J requires every municipality in the state of Connecticut to adopt and update a municipal affordable housing plan every 5 years. And whereas the city of Shelton prepared a draft affordable housing plan and posted it publicly online on March 15, 2023. And whereas the draft plan was presented to the public and Planning and Zoning Commission at a public hearing on March 29, 2023, and further presented to the public and the Board of Aldermen on May 4, 2023. And whereas throughout the spring of 2023, city staff solicited community feedback on the draft plan. Many of the comments received during the outreach process have been incorporated into the latest version of the Affordable Housing Plan. And whereas the Affordable Housing Plan strategies and goals were developed in part based on the housing-related goals of the city's plan of conservation and development. As such, the Board of Aldermen finds that the Affordable Housing Plan is in harmony with the plan of conservation and development. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Aldermen of the City of Shelton that the proposed affordable housing plan be adopted and transmitted to the state of Connecticut as required by the Connecticut General Statutes. Be it further resolved this 11th day of May, 2023, so moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion?
I just wanted to make sure it's 830G, isn't it, not J? Is it J?
Yeah, the plan for development is
Okay, I
J.
just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.5 is the City of Shelton Fair Housing Policy Statement.
Move to approve the following resolution. Whereas all persons are afforded the right to full and equal housing opportunities in the neighborhood of their choice. And whereas federal fair housing laws require that all individuals, regardless of race, creed, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, or national origin, be given equal access to all housing opportunities, including rental and home ownership opportunities, and be allowed to make free choices regarding housing location. And whereas Connecticut fair housing laws require that all individuals, regardless of race, creed, color, national origin, ancestry, sex, marital status, age, lawful source of income, familial status, or any physical or mental disability, sexual orientation, be given equal access to all housing opportunities, including rental and home ownership opportunities, and be allowed to make free choices regarding housing location. And whereas the City of Shelton is committed to upholding these laws and realizes that these laws must be supplemented by an affirmative state publicly endorsed the right of people of full and equal housing opportunity in the neighborhood of their choice. Now therefore, be it resolved that the City of Shelton hereby endorses a fair housing policy to ensure equal opportunity for all persons to rent, purchase, obtain financing, and enjoy all other housing related services of their choice on a non-discriminatory basis as provided by state and federal law. And be it further resolved that the chief executive officer of the City of Shelton or his or her designated representative is responsible for responding to assisting any person who alleges to be a victim of an illegal discriminatory housing practice in the City of Shelton, and for advising such person of the right to file a complaint with the State of Connecticut Commission on Human Rights and Opportunities or the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or to seek assistance from the State of Connecticut Fair Housing Center, Legal Service Center, or other fair housing organization to protect his or her right to equal housing opportunities. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.6 is the funding for the storage building at Shelton High School.
And move to add the purchase and installation of a pre-engineered steel storage building at Shelton High School with a capital improvement plan with funding in the amount of $51,811 to come from Wilson. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Discussion. Some of you may recall last month, I talked about this a little bit, how the high school was using the old industrial arts area for storage of all different kinds and programs, and including athletic programs, and it was not a good use of the space. And I have an agreement with the superintendent of schools that we would put this storage facility up for storage outside in the back of the school and allow the robotics program to use that space that they're using now for storage. Much better use of that space, I believe. The only thing that this bid does not encompass is the assembly of the building. So you'll see this, once we get quotes, you'll see this item back before you for funding. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Fran, I think that if we can get this clip of the meeting taped and sent to the robotics program so that they know that they know that it's approved now, and also the superintendent of schools, so the two groups can work out the move. Okay, item 8.7 is the funding for a liftgate maintenance vehicle.
Move to appropriate $3,760 for the purchase and installation of a liftgate for maintenance vehicle with funding to come from contingency general account. So moved.
Second. Motion is made and seconded. Is there any discussion? You may recall a couple of months ago, we appropriated some money for the purchase of some city vehicles. This came off of this truck that we bought came off of the government auction out of Pennsylvania, and we have it now, and the only thing we wanted to put on it was a lift gate. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, there are no items for item number 9, and I think that I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session. Natalina? Tommy's not here.
Tom's not here, he's stuck in front.
Okay, so we'll just put this on the next regular scheduled agenda. In that case, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Moved.